Are financial advisors a ripoff, as we often hear in the popular media? That's what we'll be talking about in today's video. Hey folks, I'm David McKnight, best-selling author of The Power of Zero. If you've taken to heart the consistent drumbeat from the likes of Susie Orman, the White Coat Investor, or Clark Howard, you may be loath to consider working with a financial advisor. In fact, you may even think that financial advisors are a ripoff. With all the high fees and commissions that financial advisors are rumored to make, you may fear running out of money years in advance of when you ever thought possible. Now, I'll be the first to tell you that after being in the industry for 25 years, not all financial advisors are created equal. In fact, there are often huge disparities between the good ones and the bad ones. And if you get stuck with one of the bad ones, then all of the negativity you get from the likes of the aforementioned gurus will have a ring of truth to it. But the good financial advisors do something that helps safeguard you against precisely the risk that these financial gurus warn you about. The truth is, a good financial advisor will actually dramatically increase the likelihood that your retirement savings will last through life expectancy. In fact, there are 3 specific things a qualified financial advisor will do to increase the likelihood that your money will last as long as you do. The first thing a good advisor will do is increase the rate of return on your investments. Wait, what? You might be thinking, I can get mutual funds through Vanguard that costs 1/4 point, and Clark Howard says that a financial advisor could cost as much as 1.5%. That could cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars over the arc of a 30-year retirement. I'd much prefer to go it alone and save all that money. Well, is this actually how it plays out in real life? Not exactly. A Vanguard study found that by tapping the services of a financial advisor, you could improve your results by as much as 3 percentage points annually. How exactly would a financial advisor pull this off? Well, according to Vanguard, there are 3 specific ways they accomplish this. First, by helping you stick to your plan. A good financial advisor holds your hand during volatile periods in the market so that you don't make emotion-driven investment decisions. This benefit alone can add as much as 1.5% to your returns over time. Second, by setting you up with a sensible asset allocation that incorporates quarterly rebalancing, that can add an additional 0.75 point. And finally, a good advisor can help keep fees low by guiding you to low-fee alternatives. This can add an additional 45 basis points to performance over time. Now, if you don't think an extra 3% is a big deal, take a look at what that adds up to over a 10, 20, 25, and 30-year time frame. The following table shows how an annual $8,000 investment can grow over each of those time periods at 7% annually and at 10% annually. In short, all that extra growth will dramatically increase the likelihood that your retirement income will last as long as you're on this side of the grass. The second thing a good financial advisor can do to stretch your retirement dollars is to help you save taxes at a period in time when you can least afford to pay them, in retirement. A common question I get is, well, isn't tax planning the purview of the CPA? Isn't that their specialty? Well, first of all, most Americans don't have CPAs. They either do their taxes on a tax software like TurboTax, or they file their taxes through a service like H&R Block. Now, you got to remember, these types of services are not paid or motivated to give you advice on a tax you might pay on retirement distributions 20 or 30 years down the road. Now, even if you do have a CPA, they are not very motivated to save you taxes on your 401k or IRA distributions. In fact, in most cases, their principal goal is to save you taxes today. And sadly, for many Americans, the great measuring stick of whether a CPA is doing their job is if they get a tax refund at the end of the year. That's not exactly a formula for saving you taxes in retirement. This is where a qualified financial advisor can really earn their keep. Through sophisticated retirement planning software, they can help you anticipate what your tax burden might be years down the road and set up a plan that helps you maximize your after-tax cash flow in retirement. This may involve a series of tax moves that involve Roth conversions, Roth IRAs, Roth 401ks, using the standard deduction to offset your RMDs in retirement, and some forms of properly structured life insurance. Some qualified advisors can even help you get to the 0% tax bracket. Why might you want to get to the the 0% tax bracket in retirement? Because if tax rates double, like many experts believe, 2 times 0 is still 0. The third thing a good financial advisor will do is completely purge longevity risk from your retirement picture. As I stated earlier, the number one fear facing Americans is the prospect of running out of money before they run out of life. This is called longevity risk. Investors that go it alone will typically seek to neutralize longevity risk by attempting to follow the 4% rule. The 4% rule states that if you never take out more than 4% of your retirement savings in a given year, you have a reasonably high chance that your nest egg will last through life expectancy. For example, if you have $1 million, you should never take out more than $40,000 per year. Now, recently experts have downgraded the 4% rule to the 3% rule. The 4% rule, they say, was built around variables that were overly optimistic and are now out of date. So now the most you could hope to take out of that $1 million portfolio is $30,000 per year. Now, while this sounds doable in principle, it's very difficult to put into practice. The first reason is what I call the illusion of liquidity. Because all that money is now sitting there in the cookie jar, it can be easily misconstrued as an emergency fund or even a slush fund. But accessing that pile of money in willy-nilly ways in retirement can be a costly mistake. Because the minute you take money out to pay for that emergency or that extended vacation, then the complex math that upholds the 3% rule begins to fall apart. And that's when you run out of money a lot faster than you ever thought possible. The second thing the 3% rule requires is a Zen-like discipline. If you take out 5% one year, then 7%, then 6%, then you once again violate the math that gives you that high likelihood of never running out of money. A good financial advisor may help you understand how the right annuity can neutralize longevity risk in a much less expensive way. For example, if you're a 65-year-old, you could get a guarantee of $30,000 per year of income much less expensively than by following the 3% rule. For example, a 65-year-old may only need to contribute $500,000 to an annuity that guarantees that same $30,000 stream of income. That frees up an extra $500,000 to grow and compound in your stock market portfolio. Now, an especially good financial advisor will teach you how to systematically reposition that annuity to the tax-free bucket by way of what I call a piecemeal internal Roth conversion. Once that annuity is converted to a Roth IRA, you can then begin withdrawing a tax-free stream of income that's guaranteed to last as long as you do. This type of approach can be very complex and difficult to navigate for many Americans. A qualified financial advisor can help you execute this strategy in a way that minimizes your taxes along the way and helps you get all the heavy lifting done before tax rates go up for good. So, are financial advisors really ripoffs like many financial gurus claim? Well, if you believe, as do most Americans, that the biggest risk you're facing in retirement is the risk of running out of money before you die, then you should probably think about engaging a qualified financial advisor. They'll hold your hand during periods of market volatility in order to maximize your rates of return over time. They'll also help you lay out strategies that shield you from the impact of higher taxes. And finally, they can help purge longevity risk from your retirement once and for all by helping you incorporate a guaranteed lifetime income annuity. For all these reasons, you should strongly consider finding a qualified financial advisor to help you navigate your retirement journey. If you need some help crafting a plan that will ensure that your retirement nest egg lasts through life expectancy while shielding you from the impact of higher taxes, head on over to davidmcknight.com. I'm happy to lend a hand. And if you have any comments or questions, feel free to put them in the comment section below. I'll respond to every single one of them personally. And don't forget to click like, subscribe, and the bell so you never miss a video. This is David McKnight. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.